Welcome to Raymond James Stadium, the big pirate ship in Tampa, Florida. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the Tulane Green Wave and the USF Bulls. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
Guys, I caught up with the Bulls head coach before the game. One of the things Coach talked to me about was just the importance of getting their quarterback going. This transfer quarterback has been everything they needed and more. They are so grateful they picked him up in the portal. And now today, he is close to going over 3,000 yards for this season. They feel confident with the script. They meet every Friday night to see exactly what plays the quarterback likes. So they are confident they'll get him that mark early in the game. I'll keep you posted to how that looks down here on the field. Back to you.
All right, Holly. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So USF's offense will go to work first. Let's put the focus now on Kenny Odom. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots. Except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power 4. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on the...
Finds a spot down the gun of the knee. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Obviously, massive play by the offense, picking up a big first down on an explosive. But, David, third down defense, it's one thing to allow a first down, but you've got to make tackles. And you can't give up explosive plays like that. At the end of the day, it's all going to come down to fundamentals, and, you know, that is driving their defensive coaching staff crazy.
It's so frustrating. You want to be great on those boxes, right? You want to check those third downs. You don't want to give up explosives. Well, we just did 2 and 1. That's not good for this defense, right? They've got to control that third down a little bit better. They got to snatch some momentum back, and you got to tackle better, man. You got some opportunities to get guys on the ground. You've got to accomplish the mission.
From the gun, it's Isaac. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. It's Van Buren. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. The Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. From the red zone, it's Isaac. Smashes through the tackle. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Bulls.
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week be dang, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So Tulane's offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. Let's take a look for the first time in this one at Jamari McClure. He has become a key piece of this offense.
Well, he's a very special talent at running back, and in the future it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed, he can break tackles, he can catch the football. No question this year, this guy is going to be the whole key to the offense.
He is, and I tell you what, to watching this matchup where they're kind of outmatched at most positions, how can he still make an impact on this game? Making guys miss, like doing it by himself, or can his offensive line pave the way a little bit and maybe be neutral to get him some of those matchups? But he is the one guy on this offense that can make life very, very...
Oh, it's a fumble. Oh, and he not only gets the ball back, he's also got enough for the first down. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Drops back on 1st down. Look out!
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on 2nd down. On play action. Rush right in his face. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got his man. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down.
You know, I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, 3rd and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these 3rd downs.
Searching for space. He got nothing on the return. Outstanding job there. The Bulls offense comes out ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Off play action on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Under pressure. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass. It's Van Buren. They'll run the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that 1st down on the screen. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. And the Bulls are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. He's got it. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. The Bulls, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bulls! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. The Bulls use their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Second down, going to throw it. Fires to the big fella. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
He wants to throw it. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn the...
Makes the catch and he's free. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirt. Went right past him and picked up the first down. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Keeps it moving. It's McClure. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The analytics nerds say the goal is at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Left side, it's Lewis. Looks as if that'll be enough for a Tulane first down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
He's got it on the right. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Some much-needed life from this offense as they tried to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start and keep chipping away.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Straight ahead, it's Isaac. Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Bulls, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They're going to ride this running back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. He wants to take the top off. Goes high to pull it in.
And this 4 vertical play is something that every offense in the country has in their playbook, but they don't all run it as good as this offense does. Really nice job making the play call, but when you've got athletes like this and a quarterback that can fit the football into small windows, good things generally happen. That is tremendous execution on that pass play.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
The Bulls trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, South Florida. Quick strike through the air for the score. Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass.
Number 41, set to kick this one.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Green Wave offense makes its way onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll give it to him again. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. Tulane right back to the line.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit. Let's keep going.
Caught in the backfield. It's Lewis. Could not make his way to the corner. It's 3rd down, and they have to get it to the 42 to move the sticks. From the gun, wants to pass. Keeping his eyes downfield. Really putting together a threat now. They get the 1st. It's at the 37.
How nice is it as a play caller on a critical 3rd down in a pretty obvious passing situation when you've got a guy like this that can just take off and go get you the first down, right? There's no panic. Nothing's open downfield. Great job in coverage, but that's not a problem because I just know it's like backyard football again growing up as a kid. He just takes off. He's a better athlete than anybody you've got, and he gets the first down.
Long way to go on second down. Looking to throw. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Keeps it himself. He gets it to the 34-yard line, but excellent third down defense, and fourth down's coming up. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And he missed it. No good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. There he goes. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Van Buren. Throws to the wideout. It's dropped after taking the hit.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
On target over the middle. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. And the Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, USF.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Tulane right back to the line.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together.
Wide open, he makes the catch. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Tulane. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown, and here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Alexis. And the returner is stopped. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Van Buren. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. At the 45 on its way. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Holds on, it's Sullivan. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. The Bulls peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds his target. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Timeout taken by the offense is their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Got the 1st down. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Here comes the heat. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We start with a look at UCLA taking on the number 5 team, the USC Trojans. And it's the Bruins, able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins. That caps the season off with a very fine 8-4 record. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game in Raymond James Stadium. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this 2nd half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Raymond James Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. They're lined up and ready to kick off this 2nd half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the 2nd half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
This has been a real fun game to call, guys, because we've got 2 quarterbacks that are getting it done on the ground. Both of these guys have had tremendous success. That time the defense wasn't in position. They weren't able to rally to him early enough, and you kind of get the feeling moving forward, whichever defense figures out the other running quarterback first, that's probably the team that wins.
Taken down.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Motion from the wideout. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Throws it deep. Makes the catch at the 20. Touchdown, Green Wave. And after being in a huge hole, they're all the way back, just one possession away.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle.
Number 96 sets a kickoff.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, down on the USF sideline, there is so much excitement from these players. This has turned into somewhat of a shootout. The offenses continue to score, but I have seen some of the defensive players say, we have got to turn it up right now. We'll see if the offense can answer again or if the defense starts to make a statement. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Play action on first down. In traffic, it's Rodgers. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Van Buren. Rushes on, and he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Oh, pressure's coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14.
You got to be so careful, too, David, because on third and long, they're playing their nickel now. They've got extra DBs on the field. Those windows are going to open and close really, really quickly. And I think that time the quarterback got a little too greedy trying to fit that football in a small window.
He did, and I like the zone coverage, too, because everybody's staring at the quarterback, so you can get a really good break on the football, knowing where the sticks are. They break on it, and they get the big interception.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. With the catch, it's Hill. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Tulane to the line, facing second and short. Looking to throw. Out wide left, it's McClure. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's McClure.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Give to the running back. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. They have work in front of them on third and short from the 42. From the gun, wants to pass. Right side, it's Lewis. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense offense will return to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win in David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Drops back. It's Van Buren. The throw. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Selling the fake. Looking to the big tight end. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incomplete.
And he throws another interception, his third of the night. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And they'll take over first and 10.
Pulls it, trying to get the corner. Enough to move the chains. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Tulane right back to the line.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on second down. The fake and wants to throw. Out wide right, it's Johnson. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And they're not on the same page there.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. The lead now trimmed to 28-24.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Number 96, set to kick off.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wants to throw. It's Van Buren. They're all over him. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's incomplete, and we'll change ends of the field now. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. And the Bulls will bring the punt team onto the field. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Tulane offense takes the field to open the drive. And now, deep in the fourth quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Makes a man miss. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. They'll need a bunch on second down. Off-play action. Fires to the big fella. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
And that's why play action is going to be this game. You saw how it just free second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. The throw on second down, and they need a lot. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Hits inside. It's McClure. He didn't quite make it to the sticks, and it'll bring up a fourth down from the 42.
Big moment here for the defense. Can you come up with one more stop? You've got the lead. It's 4th and short. You're kind of in no man's land, so you're expecting them to go for it. If you can get off the field right here, you can win this game.
Stop, no chance. This defensive line won the battle, and they got the football back with a fourth down stop. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back. He's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game?
Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Green. The defense takes matters into its own hands. You got the ball. The defense takes it a step further and just goes ahead and gets 6.
Yeah, and you just want to get the stop, right? And you get the stop, get the points. But guess what, Reese? I'm going to need another stop. This defense is going to be right back on the field. Unbelievable play, but you got to do it again.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And he knocks it through, and the lead is a field goal here in the fourth quarter. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. This USF offense will open this drive right here. Just a huge stop by their defense, and now there's a little work to do if they're going to try to pull this one out late. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Stepping to the right. He's going to take off. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And both these quarterbacks, man, they're showing off their ability to take off and scramble and make plays. Right here, it's a design pass. He's looking to make a play. What does he do? He sees some space, captures it, makes the big play with his feet, gets another first down. This guy can do that a lot.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back open in the middle. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The run inside. It's Isaac. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Back to throw, it's Van Buren. Moving out to the right. And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down.
And after that incompletion at this juncture of the game, a field goal here would be nice on fourth down, obviously, but do you trust your defense to keep getting stops? If you don't, you've got to go for it here on fourth and short. And that's why this kid is so automatic. Set him up anywhere on the field, and he puts it right down the pipe.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Green Wave offense makes its way onto the field. And as they say, it's a brand-new ball game. That field goal tied it up, and now let's see if they can put together a winning drive. They bring him down behind the line of scrimmage, and now he'll have to go back to work to get over 100 yards again for the day. Wants to go up top on second down. Fires to the tight end. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Quick give. It's McClure. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big third down. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, here we are. It's every quarterback's dream. You're down by a score late in the game, 2-minute situation. You get to march your offense down the field and win this game. Use your timeouts, use the sidelines, clock it when you have to, and do what you practice every day, the 2-minute drive.
Look out! Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw again. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And you're seeing why this guy is on the field during 2-minute situations. He can catch the football and make things happen. Nobody open downfield, you just dump it down to him. And
oh, no, the ball popped out. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And he had an opportunity there to make something out of nothing, but things just got sideways and the ball came free.
I just like the effort on defense, okay? They couldn't get to the quarterback initially in the pocket. He starts scrambling, and they don't quit. You saw all of the effort of everybody pursuing the QB, catching up to him, and then creating the fumble. Awesome job.
Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Bulls come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. To the air, it's Van Buren. Back's got it on the screen. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. The defense uses a timeout, that's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. I think they'll be aggressive here and try to win it in regulation. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. And the Bulls with the 1st and 10. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. Running inside, it's Isaac. Oh, he's got some space. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. This offense right on the doorstep. They can grab the lead late as time continues to wind down. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He worked his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. This almost certainly to win the game. It's good! A huge field goal, and they've taken the lead in the waning seconds.
How about the kicker coming through in a must-have moment? They had to have this kick to take the lead late in the ball game. All the pressure, give me all the pressure, and he comes through in the clutch.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when they're home